afternoon from the second day here at Distributech, and with me this afternoon I have a colleague and a friend, Russell Hughes, who is the International Development Director for the Global Power and Energy Series. Russell, thanks so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you, Claire.
You've just come out of the Global Energy Insight session, and I was wondering if you could explain some of the thinking behind these sessions.
Yes, we've just concluded our first Global Energy Insight session at Distributech, where we've had some energy experts speaking about the energy trends across the globe. And the reason we're doing that is a lot of the exhibitors at Distributech are looking for new export opportunities around the world. So we've actually partnered up with US DOC to put together a series of presentations on Asia, on Africa and Europe. We've had some sessions about Australia and India as well. And just looking for new revenue streams for US companies and other international companies as they look to explore new markets.
And if people want to find out more about the program or find out how they can be involved, is there an email address that you can share with us?
Of course, they just need to go to the Clarion Energy website, which is www.clarionenergy.com, and they can find out a lot more information about the full global series that we're organising. Following the acquisition of Penwell, we've now included a lot of the Power Gen and Distributech events into the Utility Week series that we've been running now for 20 plus years. So we have events in all of these regions and can provide them that platform.
Fantastic, thanks so much.
Thank you.
One of the key speakers at this afternoon's Global Energy Insight series was Annabel Wilton, who is an analyst at BloombergNEF. Now, Annabel, you spoke a little bit around the rise of distributed energy resources. Could you give us some insight into the research that you've been doing?
Absolutely. So really what I shared this afternoon was the global trends in decentralization. And BloombergNEF, when we've done our global modeling for how the power systems around the world are going to change in terms of their mix, we've found that many markets will end up having between 10 and 50% of their power capacity sitting behind the meter by 2050.
And what does this mean for utilities?
Well, a large part of that sort of shift towards behind the meter is rooftop PV. Is in many markets that's one of the main technologies, and that eats into the loads that centralized generators and utilities need to supply to their customers. And importantly, it also eats into the shape of the underlying demand curve. So you're now looking at demand that is sort of high in the mornings and the evenings and has this sort of funny empty space in the middle. A really good example of that is in October last year, South Australia, the state of South Australia experienced record low minimum demand, in which at one point over 50% of total demand from that state was being supplied by generation from their rooftops. So for the grid operator and also for the system operator in that state, that creates a real challenge around how to have enough generation online to supply during the rest of the day and how to have enough flexibility in the system.
Are there other challenges that are being experienced in some of the countries at the moment with regards to DER integration?
Yeah, I think one of the other main challenges is that the expectation is that there will be a significant rise in many markets of distributed storage, also uptake of electric vehicles, which of course will often be charged at people's homes or businesses, and add significant and sort of variable loads to the grid. And at the moment, there are very few ways for utilities to visualize, to see, and also to control those loads. So that is something that a lot of the vendors here are working on, and lots of utilities are actually investing in, is how to have better understanding of what's going on and then have better control over it.
Fantastic. Annabel, thank you so much. I appreciate you making the time to speak with us.
Thanks, Claire.
From Distributech, thanks for watching.